back for another segment of Michigan Conservative Roundtable. My name is TJ, going solo, and, well, our cities have officially become third world hellholes. Welcome to the new third world order. If you allow me, I will pontificate. I'm sure everyone's heard of the 17-year-old by the name of Kyle Rittenhouse. He's currently got something like 6 criminal counts of murder. I guess one's listed as intentional first-degree murder, along with 5 others against him for the shooting that we can call him the shooter at Kenosha, Wisconsin, last week. And the news reports are really not painting a very good picture of him. They're portraying him as a cop wannabe, a vigilante of sorts. And there is a picture that he appears that he may have been at a Trump rally at Des Moines, Iowa earlier this year. And what's happened in Kenosha is exactly what I was worried about a couple weeks back when we did one of our segments. I was worried that a well-intentioned citizen would attempt to take the law into their own hands and find themselves in this scenario where they've hurt or killed someone, and now they're being branded by the mainstream media as a vigilante. I almost feel like saying I told you so. There's 2 videos that we're gonna watch here in a second, but I read an article in the American Thinker, and it detailed some events leading up to the first video, details that the first video did not catch or record. And it appears that Kyle was part of a libertarian group, and they thought they would go to Kenosha and maintain law and order, given that there was probably going to be a lack of a police presence. They find themselves, this libertarian group, they're armed, find themselves in front of a gas station. They're not a very large group, and reports are that people would come by and taunt them, to include one individual who was yelling at them saying, "Shoot me, N-word. Shoot me, N-word. Bust on me, N-word. For real." It's later believed that this individual was the first one that Kyle had shot in the videos that we're going to watch. As the protest group became larger and taunting the libertarian group, I think they realized, uh-oh, we're in over our heads. And in an effort to get out of there, that's when Kyle got separated from the rest of his group. And once that happened, then the mob descended on Kyle, at which point we have these videos that detail what happened. And we're going to watch the first video here. And whoever's taken this video, they're approaching what's identified as a car dealership. And you can see them approaching. And you're going to see a guy collapse to the ground, and then you're going to see Kyle appear between some parked vehicles by the truck. There he is, and it's believed that they're pretty certain he shot this guy. It's also believed he was the one that was taunting them initially using the N-word. You can see Kyle getting on his phone, and it's believed he may have been calling 911 or someone, basically saying, "Hey, I shot somebody." That's the reports. He's running because the mob is getting bigger, and I think he realizes, uh-oh, I need to get out of here. And what happens is this leads to the second video, because now he's being chased. And we're going to watch the second video here. And you can see Kyle running down the street. And you got someone chasing him and hitting him. And you can clearly see a mob is descending on him. In the chaos, he actually trips over his own feet, it appears. And as he's on the ground, you can see guys grabbing for his weapon. And he shoots a second guy and kills him, and then shoots a third guy who also tried to take his weapon. And the crowd, of course, once Kyle starts opening fire, the crowd disperses, because when you think of who wants to get shot. And Kyle just kind of makes his way to the police that you can see responding down the street here. And basically kind of turns himself in. From what I hear, they questioned him initially, but didn't detain him, released him, and then he went home, back to Antioch, Illinois, and then from there he was taken into custody as the police began putting everything together here. When I watched this video, I thought, you know, this young man, he made some horrible decisions, and they're probably going to haunt him for the rest of his life. Do I think he was a out-and-out vigilante? I'm not so sure, though I would tell you he was definitely in the gray area of becoming one. But he made some horrible decisions. First, he's from Antioch, Illinois. He should have never went to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Second, he was part of a libertarian group, and the report is this libertarian group initially supported BLM. How can you not question that decision? Third, this libertarian group thought they'd go to Kenosha, Wisconsin and maintain law and order. Well, and therein lies the whole accusation of being a vigilante. Bad decision, bad decision. Should have never done that. It's unclear how he got the AR. One report that I read was that it was given to him from a friend, because the thought was, did he transport an AR from Illinois into Wisconsin? Remember, he's a 17-year-old, so you're wondering, how did he get it? And then he transported it across state lines, but one of the reports I read was that it was given to him there. As I watched the second video, I had some thoughts and observations, and I would like to run this second video again, a second time. Hear him running down the street. He trips and falls, and the mob descends on him, and guy with a skateboard tries to take his rifle, gets shot in the midsection. A second guy with a handgun tries to rush him after pretending to give up. He shoots him in the arm, so that's why he's killed 2 people and wounded a third. And now he's going to walk down the street toward the police, getting away from the mob, kind of turning himself into the police. And one of the things I observed is the AR. It appears he had the AR with a single point sling, a sling that in a previous video I mentioned I wasn't necessarily a fan of. And you're going to see here why. He's going to kind of let the weapon hang, and it just dangles. And this was one of the things that some of the guys complained about with the single point sling, was it just dangled way too loose from your torso, prompting some to choose the double or even 3-point, 2 or 3-point sling instead. Just way too much dangling of the weapon there. I'm sure you can see what I'm talking about there. I also found it interesting how these police cars are driving by him. I think he goes down to this police car here, at which point he kind of turns himself into them, though they don't. Doesn't appear they take him into custody. So there it is. This is what a third world hellhole looks like. I watch this, I'm infuriated. It just this is the type of stuff you see in Colombia or Nicaragua or something, you know. I hope the Democrats are proud of themselves. They deserve full credit for this, and this ought to scare us. It scares me. It scares me because the Democrats really don't care what happens to us. They just assume these people kill us. That's what this video tells me. We got proof right here. I hope Trump and the Republicans use this video for political ads, campaign ads. This is prime video for that type of stuff. It's pretty obvious that as gun owners, we're going to be vilified. It appears that Kyle was kind of a fine young guy up until he made the bad decision of going to Kenosha, Wisconsin. A decision that's going to haunt him probably for the rest of his life. I'm living here in the northern suburb of Detroit, and I watched this video, and I'll tell you, if Detroit's on fire, I'm not going down there. I'm not going to get involved in let Detroit burn their own city down, far as I care. My problem's going to be if they come to my block, and if they come to my block, I'll probably find myself in the exact same scenario as the St. Louis couple. I'll probably do what they did and hope for the best. I mean, what else am I to do? I know here in Macomb County, and I've talked about this before about Macomb County, I don't think Macomb County will come after me because Macomb County is pretty much tired of this nonsense. So in that regard, I guess maybe I'll catch a break if something like this comes to my block. But this is crazy. This is third world order nonsense, third world order chaos. So that's a wrap. I've pretty much vented to the extent that I want to vent. The thing sucks. This whole thing sucks. Democrats don't give a rip. And I can only hope. I watched this video and I can only hope President Trump wins this fall, because otherwise we're in a big heap of doo-doo, all right? So take care of yourselves. And as always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.